Hello, everybody. Just waiting for a bunch to get in. And I'm going to start going over the new filings that were just filed, I believe yesterday, August 3rd, but they were just put into the docket on August 4th. Hello, Capel, and welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Z Storage. So I don't have a lot of time, you guys. I do have an appointment, so I just wanted to get this out here for you guys. It was just added to the record. Hello, Cat H, and welcome. If you guys can give this video a like so people know that we are live. I didn't have much notice of this, and like I said, I do have an appointment, so I want to get through this with you guys and show you what is up again. Hello, Leland. Oh, thank you. Lots of love and good vibes right back to you, hun. Okay, so let me get started with this. I'm going to share my screen. Hello, Jackie, and welcome. Okay, and I'll share the whole screen so you guys can see it. Okay, so this was just filed. It was, I think it was actually done yesterday, but just hit the record today where I could see it. A lot of the other stuff that's been going on is not available to us. So when something does become available, it's like, oh my God. So hello, Susie, Adriana. Hello, Lori. And welcome, everybody. Now, like I said at the beginning there, you guys, I just want to get through this so you guys can see what's being said and done. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up, so I don't have much time to get through this. So let's get through it. And I want to thank you all for joining and seeing this. I think you guys are going to be some of the first to see this. I haven't seen anybody else post about it. So, and like I said, it was just put in the record. So this is regarding Barry Morphew. As we know, he has his prelim coming up. It's starting on the 9th and 10th. It's a proof evident presumption grade and the preliminary hearing, and then on the 23rd and 24th. But we're not going to be able to see it. So the judges made an order regarding protocol for preliminary proof evident preliminary hearing and the proof evident presumption grade hearing. Okay, so he says this matter is set for a 4-day combined preliminary hearing, proof evident presumption grade hearing. The hearing is set for all day August 9th and 10th, and then August 23rd and 24th. The public WebEx. As stated on the record on July 22nd, the court does not intend to broadcast these proceedings to the public via WebEx. The court made this decision for several reasons. First, the court does not believe that it has the legal authority to do so, which I don't know. I find that weird because they have been streaming many hearings in, well, this case and other cases. But anyway, pursuant to Colorado court rules, only certain pretrial hearings are eligible for expanded media coverage in criminal cases. Preliminary hearings are not included on that list. Okay, and it lists the rule. While Colorado courts have utilized the WebEx platform extensively during the pandemic and continue to do so, the court views this particular case in a different manner. So again, I see that there's some special treatment here because it says it right here. The court views this particular case in a different manner. This case has granted enormous public interest, and broadcasting the proceedings via WebEx would very likely result in thousands of people viewing the hearing. Well, I mean, it's the public's right. So, I mean, a judge complaining about the public being able to view a hearing and be able to hold accountable the judicial system and people that are elected to sit as a judge or chosen to sit as a judge, and it's supposed to be open and transparent. So, I don't know. I'm not in the U.S., but I'm telling you, if I was, I'd be taking offense to that. Especially with them saying it's very likely that it would result in thousands of people viewing the hearing. Well, that's the people of the U.S., that's their right. So it's like he's taking away their rights. So this would seem to thwart the purpose of limited expanded media coverage in criminal cases. These purposes include not interfering with the rights of the parties to a fair trial, not detracting from the doctrine and dignity of the court, and not creating adverse effects that would be greater than those caused by traditional media coverage. I call BS on that, but I mean, I don't think there's too many people that don't know about this case anyway. By way of illustration, at a prior non-evidentiary hearing, over 1,100 devices joined the WebEx meeting and viewed the proceedings. Well, yeah, because it's the public's right. Numerous messages. Now, this is what I don't get. And like I've always said, don't say nothing in the chat. That's not what the chat box is there for during this. Like, just watch, and follow the rules. So I know I've been made aware that there was a couple channels that did stream it, and that goes against the rules. So I think because that happened, and because these comments that were put in the chat and this and that just compounded the judge's reasons why he wasn't gonna put this on WebEx. People can't follow the rules. So now those people who did stream it and those who made these derogatory comments and everything in the court's chat on the WebEx ruined it for everybody. Sorry about that, you guys. Basically ruined that for everybody, okay? So he does mention it. Numerous messages, many of which were inappropriate, were posted in the chat feature. The court is aware that despite a prohibition on recording and rebroadcasting the proceedings were recorded and rebroadcast. So this right here, this right here, you guys, I think, I don't know why my thing is doing that. This right here, you guys, I think is one of a big reason why he is saying that's it. The inappropriate comments that were put in the chat feature, and even though the court said it was not allowed to be streamed or rebroadcasted, it was. So whoever did that, thanks very much for helping to ruin it for the rest of us. Anyway, the fact that it would be the court broadcasting the proceedings and not the media does not alter the court's thinking. The same rationale applies. Additionally, on July 8th, Colorado Governor Jared Polis declared an end to the public health emergency created by the pandemic. Therefore, broadcasting the hearing via WebEx due to an ongoing public health emergency is no longer a valid rationale. Finally, the court is in the trier of the facts of a plenary proof evident hearing. The court needs to focus all of its attention on the proceedings. Monitoring the WebEx meeting during the hearing would divide the court's attention and create a distraction. Well, I mean, I didn't see them monitoring things before. I mean, nobody came in there to tell them to stop commenting or anything like that. So I think that that's just an excuse, but whatever. Public access to the hearing. The Chaffey County Combined Courts have received the approval of the Chaffey County Department of Public Health to conduct the hearings in person. The court agreed to limit capacity in courtrooms by adhering to 3 feet of social distancing. The court also agreed to mandating masks in the courtroom for participants, judicial employees, and observers. These rules will allow for approximately 24 members of the public or media representatives to view the hearing in person. So, I mean, if there's a lot of people that get in ahead of media, we may not hear anything. The court understands that without the distancing requirement, more members of the public would be able to view the proceedings, approximately twice as many. The court also understands that significantly more than 24 people or members of the media will want to view the proceedings. Therefore, the help of the Chaffey County, the court will live stream the proceedings to the main hall of the Chaffey County Fairgrounds. Now, how are they going to do that? They're going to be doing it via WebEx. The same thing that he said he can't do for all of us because it's too much of a distraction. They're now saying that they're going to use that to stream it to the main hall of the Chaffey County Fairgrounds. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there. This should provide seating for approximately 40 or 50 additional people. The live stream will only be accessible to the judicial laptop at the Fairgrounds building and to the immediate members of the Morphew and Mormon families. The public will not have access to the live stream. So that's like ridiculous. Family of victim. The prosecution has requested that Suzanne Morphew's siblings be able to view the proceedings via the live stream. The prosecution has also asked that the Morphew children be able to view the proceedings via the live stream, but does not know their intention. I'm sure they know their intention. They just don't want to put it there because then people would be screaming for the arrest affidavit to be made public again, right? Since they're going to see everything at the prelim anyway. Siblings and children of a victim are considered victims for the purpose of Colorado's Victims' Rights Amendment. Under the VRA, the court has an obligation to ensure that the victims are informed of and be present for all critical stages of a criminal case. The preliminary hearing is a critical stage of a criminal proceeding. Because the siblings reside in another state and are otherwise unaware of the facts supporting Mr. Morphew's arrest due to the court's suppression of the arrest affidavit, the court will allow them to view the proceedings via the live stream. Okay, well, I get that, and that should absolutely be allowed. But we as the public are allowed that too, and we didn't get to see the arrest affidavit, so we should be allowed to see it too. But we're not. Similarly, if the Morphew children desire to watch the proceedings via live stream, the court will allow this as well. The court believes that this will satisfy the court's responsibility under the VRA without leading to some of the concerns noted above regarding the general public viewing the proceedings via live stream. Well, I mean, if the information is going to get out, it's going to get out. So, I mean, the public's going to be there. Somebody is going to let us know. Order. All participants, judicial employees, and observers must maintain social distancing of at least 3 feet and must wear masks. Masks may be removed by participants when speaking and by witnesses when testifying. There will be approximately 24 people admitted into the courtroom to observe. 7 of those seats will be reserved for the media. The rest will be reserved for the general public. The media seats will be appropriated by the Deputy Public Information Officer. Please contact Mr. Sarch for details. Public seating will be on first-come, first-served basis. Additional seating and a live stream will be provided at the Chaffee County Fairgrounds main building. Gives the address. Live tweeting or reporting of the proceedings will be allowed unless disruptive to the proceedings. Recording of the proceedings is prohibited. So we will get some live tweeting. So, I mean, we're going to get what's going on anyway, so why can't we just see it? You know what I mean? So they're allowing live tweeting from the reporters. So, yes, the special treatment is being given here. And being that they're live streaming it anyway, he kind of contradicted himself because he said he wasn't going to do that because it's too disruptive, but he's going to do it for only certain people. Like, it's a double-edged sword, and he's really contradicting himself, and he's walking a fine line here with the people's right for an open and transparent judicial system. Imagine if everything was closed like this, that we weren't allowed to see it. How do we hold people accountable for their actions via judges, prosecutors, etc., if it's not open and transparent? That's why that right as an American citizen, you have that right. So I really don't get this judge at all, except for giving special treatment. He's allowing live tweeting, so which means any of the reporters that were in there, and I can guarantee you Lauren Sharf is going to be in there, and she is going to be retweeting play by play. So I may cover it and just repost her tweets so you guys can see what's going on. Let me know once this video is on the YouTube channel. Once we're done the live, please put in the comments below if you would like me to do a live on it and repost her tweets so you guys can all see it play by play. Let me know if you want me to do that, okay? So, but the recording of the proceedings is prohibited. The siblings and children of Suzanne Morphew may view the proceedings via WebEx. Okay? So this is what I mean by this WebEx. He's saying that he's not going to do the WebEx because it's too disruptive, but he is doing a WebEx. He is just barring all people for seeing it. He's allowing the siblings and Morphew girls to see it via WebEx, but he's blocking everybody else from being able to see it. So, I mean, he's being hypocritical, saying that he's not going to WebEx it because it's too disruptful, and also that he's not required to do so, but he is doing it, and he's blocking us, the public, from seeing it. The court will need the email address and device name for each member of the family who intends to view the proceedings via live stream. It is so ordered. Okay, so that was ordered today. So I believe that you guys are the first to be able to see this, because it was just posted to the docket. So I wanted to get it out to you guys first, so all my subscribers could see it first. And that's what it is. Like, let me know what you guys think about that. Because right at the beginning, like this, I'm not doing the WebEx. I'm not doing it because it's too disruptful. But then he says he's doing it for certain people. So what do you guys all think of that? Let me know in the comment section when the video is up on YouTube, so I can see all those when I get back from my doctor's appointment. Cat's Eye says, I have a silly blonde question. Is the judge trying to get himself dismissed from the case? I don't know, but I feel that Barry Morphew is getting special treatment. There's been other siblings and other children in other cases in Colorado where this case is being tried and heard, that the arrest affidavit was made public. There was minor children old enough to know and hear what's going on, and under the age of 16. The Morphew girls are both over the age of 16, and I believe they've been knowing this is coming for the last year, and I do believe that they've had 3 months now to go over the arrest affidavit, and they've had 3 months to redact it. So I think Barry Morphew is getting special treatment because that should have been released. If there was anything in there that, you know, may not be able to be used in the trial, I'm sure they know all of that by now. And there was, you know, they sign up for this when they become the lawyers on this case, that there's going to be work like this to do. And I'm speaking about Barry Morphew's lawyers. They knew what they were getting themselves into. They knew about, you know, sorry, you guys, about the public and their interest in this. They took that on. But now they're using that against the public and using it as an excuse not to keep us in the know. And which goes against the, you know, your guys' rights as an American citizen for transparency and for stuff like this to be open. So regardless of that, Adrienne, she says, I think they might be doing this because people can't hold their tongues. Regardless of that, it's still a right of the American people for open and transparent judicial systems. It's there for a reason. If you guys lose that right and everything can be done in secret and hidden from the people, can you imagine the corruption that could be going on behind closed doors? That's why it is open and transparent. And this judge took that right away. To me, I would question, you know, more than, you know, he can come up with all these excuses and reasons he wants. The people can come back with just as many, saying, look, there's been other cases, recent cases, that all this has been released to the public because the public has a right to know. Okay. And the public has a right to know, so they know that there's no corruption going on. There's no special treatments going on, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So by him closing off the public and limiting the public for Barry Morphew, they didn't do it for Letitia Stout. They didn't do it for Chad Daybell. They didn't do it for Lori. I mean, I could name many, many cases where there is still minor children, and there are other children of the people accused of murdering their own siblings, you know, like look at Lori Vallow's son. I forget what his name is now. Look at what he had to see and hear. His brother and sister were murdered by his mother. That was all released. So, I mean, like I said, you guys, I think that the judge is overstepping the people's rights, is what I believe. It's just my opinion. You know, the DA did say something. The press did fight it. The media did fight it, and they lost. The judge shut them down. Colby, thank you, Cat H. So there you go, you guys. That's what's out there now. So I will not be able to stream it. But once this hits YouTube, you guys, please let me know in the comments on YouTube if you guys want me to do a live and just post the tweets from the media that's going to be going on, that are going to be in the courtroom listening, because the judge is allowing the media to retweet what's going on in the courtroom. So with that, let me know. With that, you guys, I've got to get going. I got a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock. I've got about 25 minutes to get there. So thank you for joining in. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section, and I will go over them once I return home. Okay? So until next time, you guys, please stay safe. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye for now.